Hi everyone, it's Julia and welcome to my channel. And today I have for you a little shop tour of my Shady Hollow Flea Market shop. This flea market is located in Lake Country in Minnesota and has been going on for about 40 years. This little plant stand has always been really popular, especially in the Memorial Day weekend. All these little canopies and little houses are set around, and people just display their wares. It's just such a quaint little place. It's just a lot of fun. We had a wonderful sunny day on Sunday. The rest of the weekend was colder and rainier, but we did have a nice day on Sunday. And this is my little spot. I always have a table out front here where people can sit and just relax under this tree. Have my canopy up. I have a 10 by 20 canopy on the outside of a little building. And so I display on the outside of my canopy, outside underneath the canopy, and then inside this little building. I have a Minnesota up north kind of display right in front here where I have some of my tree things and my lake items. You'll see many of these things you'll recognize because I've done little videos on them. Just throughout my this video, you're going to recognize different things. Notice that wood chips. We had so much mud this last couple weeks that my husband helped me put wood chips down on the ground, and that really helped with the mud, and also smelled nice. It just really freshened it up. You'll notice too that in front of my building I have two sections of docks, dock sections, and that's like a step up into my little building. And that's where my stand is, where I sit. One of my new designs, my sweatshirt jackets that I have been working on. I'll do an upcoming video probably on this. It was a really fun upcycle on just a plain sweatshirt. The baseball shirts have always been really popular. They have a 3/4 length sleeve, a raglan sleeve to them. Lightweight, but yet you can go into fall with them, and they've been just been a really good seller. And I just put some of my fabric collages on them. They're real artsy looking and just really fun. Notice that on one side of my canopy, I raised the side so people can mill around and walk on the outside of my canopy as well. And there you see my little stand with my sewing machine sitting on it. My flannels have been really popular. Not only my embellished thrifted jeans, where I just use patches of flannel, but I also bleach dip flannel, and so you get this multicolored ombre type look. Very much a grunge look, but has been very popular. Again, my little stand. I really enjoy sitting out underneath the canopy. I can greet customers easier. I just run my cord through that window so I can use my sewing machine. I have a little beach lake type display up here. Again, a lot of these you'll recognize. My sunglass holders. And now we're about to go into my little building. These buildings were taken off of an old resort. And they used to have like a Murphy bed in them and a little bathroom in them. They're very small. Mine measures about 12 feet by 14 feet. I always keep the door open, and I display behind the door And then this is the window that is right by my checkout stand, and that's where I run my little electrical cord for my sewing machine through that window. It's nice because I can talk to people through the window, and I can just see where everybody is. And I have my felted fiber displayed here. And I also have a gal that does the knitting. I don't do the knitting, but she makes these beautiful shawls and hats and scarves for me. This little window stays open too, and it's very rustic and fun to display around. The light is not the best here. I kind of backlit, but you can get the idea. And again, just going around, we're almost to the corner of my little building. I want to show you up on top. I have a shelf that I'd love to display some of my sewing collection things. I have an old weaving set. I also have old patterns that I collect in old sewing baskets, and just kind of a fun place to display that type of thing. I got this really fun rack at an antique store, and it's great to display my cuffs and my fabric. I have both my felted fiber cuffs and some of my fabric cuffs on this little rack. And then also some of my little things. It's just an easy way to just put things on display. This old doll cradle that I put some pillows in. And in the back of my corner here, I have some of my sweatshirt accessories. My newsboy hats that are made out of sweatshirts. My fingerless mittens and my regular sweatshirt mittens. And also the scarves that I make out of sweatshirt bands and headbands from sweatshirt bands. This little rack is spins, and I have my textile art cards on it. Just a lot of different little things too that are easy to display on this spinner rack. My patriotic display, again on a by a back window. I have an old cupboard that I have some glassware displayed on, and also like to keep my journals that I sell in this little cupboard. And notice this little beaded vest. If anybody recognizes what this is, please leave it in the comments. That'd be interesting to hear. This has sparked so many memories for people, and I love to just hang it on, and just for a conversation starter. Again, more of my sweatshirts and my full zip jackets. Another pair of embellished jeans in the back here. Some of my bags. I do not have a dressing room in this little building, but I do put up a screen, and that picture, their screen was stuck in the back there. That's what that is. Another little display table. And this is a long table that's about waist height, so it's really nice to display things on top of it. This is this basket of my lavender sachets. Some of my art pouches. Another old window that barely opens, but it's still hanging in there. And a lot of my textile jewelry and my pendants and woven pieces that, again, I've done videos on, I display on this table. And we're almost to the door again. Another little sweatshirt display right in the corner here on top of that waist height table. And back out. I always like to stay busy, so I usually bring something to work on, something to sew, and I usually have things pre-cut and ready to go. But this time I just worked on yo-yos. I really wasn't prepared to really have any big projects ready. So these yo-yos are an easy project just to work on while I'm sitting here, and just to have something to talk about to people. And people love seeing demonstrations. I hope you enjoyed this video and it's given you an idea of what my little shop is all about. I had a wonderful time. A couple of my viewers traveled to see me, and it just made my weekend. I appreciate it so much. Thank you all. I hope you have a creative week. Bye for now.